the key markers of a good diet is that you're able to do it for a long time and that you sense an overall good sense of well-being, right? There's a lot of people who hop on keto, who hop on all these different types of diets, like fruitarian and stuff like that, and pescatarian and stuff like that, and they'll feel good, like, initially, right? There's going to be initial boosts when you try a new diet, and they're going to be like, oh, look at all that weight that I'm losing. I actually feel pretty good about myself. But here's the thing. When you're on a diet that's not that great for you, you're not going to see the negative consequences of it overnight, and you're not going to see it in a week. You're going to see it in a couple months to years. Eventually, it's going to be too much for your body. Like, what I mean by that is a lot of people lose weight on keto and fruitarian, and they're like, okay, it's so great that I'm losing weight. And yes, being lean is a good sign of good health, but keep in mind, what happens to people that are dying in the hospital, that are like literally about to pass away? Their skin and bones. Like, they lose a lot of weight. People that have cancer or suffering from all these types of diseases, they actually tend to drop a whole lot of weight before it's their time to go. So keep in mind that, if you're looking at stuff like weight loss and stuff like that, it's not really a good, accurate marker of good health, right? You can see people that tend to be healthier, that live longer, that tend to be a little bit on the heavier side. They're not really that lean, as people that are really unhealthy, that are actually quite lean, people that like literally starve themselves. So keep in mind that when you're on a bad diet, when you're on a diet that's like really doing you damage, it's not going to show up overnight, right? Your body is going to have their stress hormones kind of cover ground for you, right? When you're on a diet that's unhealthy for you. Now, eventually, what happens to people when you're on a healthy diet, what happens to people is your body is going to be producing a lot of stress hormones to kind of cover all the damage that you're causing. And your body is basically, it's trying to go and it's trying to go, and it knows that its time is coming, right? And that's what happens when you're doing damage to your body every day. Your body's trying to do everything it can. It's putting band-aids everywhere. It's putting tape everywhere. It's trying to cover all the leaks that's happening, all the things that are bad. But eventually, what's going to happen is the dam is going to burst. And when you're doing damage to your body every day, the dam is eventually going to burst. And everything's going to come falling apart, and you're going to end up in a bad situation. Now, if you're on a healthy diet, you don't really need to look at your weight. Don't get super hyper-focused on your weight that much. Obviously, you don't want to be morbidly obese, but keep in mind that you just want to keep your stress hormones really low. And that's the key markers of a healthy diet. Your stress hormones are low.